Deuteronomy chapter 30 verses 10 to 14. The word is very near to you, you only have to carry it out. Moses said to the people, if only you would heed the voice of the Lord, your God, and keep his commandments and statutes that are written in this book of the law, when you return to the Lord, your God, with all your heart and all your soul. For this command that I enjoin on you today is not too mysterious and remote for you. It is not up in the sky, that you should say, who will go up in the sky to get it for us and tell us of it, that we may carry it out. Nor is it across the sea, that you should say, who will cross the sea to get it for us and tell us of it, that we may carry it out. No, it is something very near to you, already in your mouths and in your hearts, you have only to carry it out. The historical dating of this Old Testament book is at 1400 BC, but there are those who will dispute that dating. It is the fifth book of the Christian Old Testament and the Jewish Torah. It is sometimes called the Pentateuch, meaning 5 books. The Israelites are on the plain of Moab, shortly before they plan on entering the Promised Land and ending 40 years of wandering in the desert. Chapter 30 is the final speech in the land of Moab. In chapters 31 to 34, Joshua is installed as the successor of Moses. Moses delivers the law to the Levites, a priestly caste, and ascends Mount Nebo or Pisgah, where he dies and is buried by God. Verse 10 is a very clear summary of the requirements to obtain a divine blessing. If only you would heed the voice of the Lord, your God, and keep his commandments and statutes. Okay, what will happen? Will happen. Verse 15 to 16 gives us that information or promise. See, I have set before you this day life and good, death and evil. If you obey the commandments of the Lord your God which I command you this day, by loving the Lord your God, by walking in his ways, and by keeping his commandments and his statutes and his ordinances, then you shall live and multiply, and the Lord your God will bless you in the land which you are entering to take possession of it. Clearly, God wants us to keep his commandments. Jewish leaders created 603 man-made laws which were then attached to God's 10 commandments. The religious leaders failed to recognize that God's laws were more important than theirs. Most of the people of the time didn't know all of the laws, which gave the religious leaders the power to control them through guilt and ignorance. Have you ever said that you would obey God if you knew what he wanted? As this reading states, obey his commandments, that's what he wants. If you follow the advice of this reading, you wouldn't be the one bringing trouble into your life, would you? Others will bring trouble, but you will be able to handle it, because you will have a firm foundation in God's law, which will help you see, handle, and live through the inevitable problems that will come your way. Proverbs chapter 10 verse 12, hatred stirs up strife. But love covers all offenses.